Hi, Scorpio. I was literally about to turn on the camera and tell you that you were cosmically loved. And I got a notification from an astrology app that I'm on, and it said, "Love is not written in the stars." What? But Scorpio is cosmically loved. I mean, we all are cosmically loved, but that was a weird thing. Okay, so maybe you feel like you're receiving information that doesn't make sense. Like I'm hearing mismatched information. Or it's like something just seems contradictory. It doesn't really feel authentic or legit. I feel like you have some questions. Now, as the title will say, because I am feeling this even before the cards come out, I am connecting here to a Scorpio or somebody who has a lot of Scorpio in their chart who is feeling like they're sort of out of balance. I heard Allie there, okay? But feeling disconnected in some sense, a little bit down, okay? And hopefully that's not you. And if that's not you, maybe you just want to listen to this message, or maybe not. I am going to post another Scorpio reading. I'm not even sure I'm going to do an extended for this. I just really felt like there's somebody out there who just needs to connect to their higher self right now. And to know that you are loved by yourself, okay? And spirit as well. And it's also really early in the morning, Scorpio. I don't usually do your readings this early. And actually, I was almost out the door, but there's something here that needs to be settled within oneself, I'm hearing. Okay, Scorpio, let's get a card out here. Let's get a card out here. Tell me, Spirit, the shadow. See? The shadow with the venom. Yeah, there's some a dark feeling. And I don't mean that in a negative sense. It just feels heavy. There's like a pressure here. Yeah, on the heart chakra, in the stomach, venom and the shadow. Okay, so we got to find out what's going on here. We have the king at the bottom. You could be a masculine, divine masculine energy, or dealing, I'm seeing the tear, or dealing with a masculine energy. I also feel like you may feel a lack of direction, or that somebody's not taking your direction. The venom and shadow. Our shadows can be tricksters. That's kind of their job. But the shadow is not bad. It's not inherently bad. Everything has a balance in life. Dark needs light and light needs dark. You know, the moon and the sun. Polarities. Not duality, right? Duality is like oppositions, kind of like, think of duel. Like they duel off against one another. Polarities work to keep the balance. Okay, so when you, I'm hearing, have a talk with your shadow, know that it's there to ultimately bring you into balance. Now, the way it's complicated, right? The shadow gets created, most often by personal trauma. Well, that's a large part of it. But even those of you, okay, so maybe there's someone here, those of you who don't experience trauma in your life, you are subjected to collective trauma nonetheless. And hence the shadow is born. So everybody has a shadow. And we can use that shadow, right, to understand the balance of light and dark. And what we're here to do ultimately, what our purpose is as healers. In Scorpio, you are a healer. And oftentimes you heal things that are quite dark. You are Hades, you are the underworld as part of your archetype, right? It's not all of you. It's a big part though. And it could be hard being Scorpio because you often trigger other people's shadows. And then they project, the things they haven't worked through onto you. What else needs to be said about this? There's something about, I don't feel like you're being malicious or anything like that. It's kind of, it's a sadness I'm feeling. I also feel like there's some kind of realization you're having about somebody or their character, and it's just really disappointing. You see something clearly. Some of you saw something in your dream real clearly about somebody and their intentions. I'm hearing astral realm. The dreams are in other realms, you know, that reveal things here. Okay, what else about venom in the shadow? You could feel the venom of someone else's shadow at this point. Okay, Spirit, let's get some cards out for Scorpio. Let me know what we're talking about here. How can we help Scorpio through this difficult feeling, this difficult time? We'll get 6 cards out. Bottom, 4 of Wands in reverse. It's also eclipse season, right? You're coming up, your lunar eclipse, but you know, the Taurus solar eclipse is going to affect you as well, being your opposite on the zodiac. Wow. Okay. Energy that surrounds you at this time. There's some blocked energy here. Out of the 6 cards, 4 are in reverse. I'm seeing like a four gears on a car here. The Chariot is, yeah. Something you thought you had gotten out of or worked out of might be showing up, like energetically. Let me just, before we continue, I want to know what venom is about here, what the book says. Let's try to really get you as much info as we can. The poison, the curse, the toxin. The venom is always lurking in the shadows in one form or another, and it comes out with the shadow card. Wow. Its toxic presence may be found in our relationships, thoughts, speech, or environment. Thankfully, the cycle of purification and detoxification comes so naturally, especially to you, that it is built into our every exhale. We breathe out carbon dioxide and the plants return it to us as oxygen. That's interesting because it's been raining here for some time. And I just, remember that rain releases negative ions into the air. And when we breathe those in, it hits our bloodstream and releases serotonin. And that's probably why I love rain so much, is because of that serotonin hit. So I feel like that's something that you might want to think about. If it's raining around you, go outside after the rain and really breathe in the air. Archetypal venom is rarely remedied as easy, however, and it can come in potent forms and quantities that are deeply damaging to us, to the world. When the venom card appears, there is a harmful substance in our psychic realm that must be identified. Perhaps your words have a sting of poison about them. Perhaps a relationship is slowly draining your reserves. Acknowledgement is the first step. And I feel like that's what's happened. It's like you've acknowledged something that's not helpful for you, for your highest good. Change is the second step. The remedy will reveal itself in time, and with it, forgiveness. I feel like some of you who've been working really hard already to heal yourself have had a hard time seeing the true intentions of someone, or seeing the self-sabotage. This is just for some of you, so if it doesn't resonate, don't take it. Having a hard time seeing how you self-sabotage, but it's like now it's clear and you have to kind of deal with it. You have to detox this venom. Self-realization through suffering. Yeah. It says to read, if you want to go deeper, to read A Poison Tree by William Blake. I'll put that in the in the description box below. It says, when you harm another, you harm yourself. Keep in mind this goes for our earth as well, with cosmic consequences. The spreading of the venom is like a chain reaction. When we strike others, it is likely we have ourselves been struck. Right? Break the cycle. I do not feel, Scorpio, like you are striking out at this time. I could be wrong in that. There could be somebody here who's doing that. But it feels more like you've been struck and you ignored the bite and you didn't realize that somebody pierced you with venom, and now you're starting to feel the effects. Okay? And now you have to retrace how that happened, who that was, and why you let your guard down, or why you let someone in. Whew, okay, so energy that surrounds you at this time, the Chariot in reverse. Feeling stuck, feeling like you're not going anywhere here. It's like when two forces crash into each other, and I'm hearing immovable force. I'm seeing Saturn and Mars kind of like go at it. So you could have hit a wall with yourself here. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Perhaps you have everything that you kind of want, but there's something that just feels wrong about it. Something that feels wrong about the direction of some path of stability that you were currently on. It's like something's coming to a halt because you're putting it to a halt. You're not matching with the frequency. 4 of Pentacles. You're beginning to feel like you need to guard yourself here. And this is might feel really weird because I feel like recently you felt very open. And remember, this could be a passing, fleeting kind of moment. Okay, it's not everlasting. It's a point of reflection when we feel like this. It's our shadow getting us to really reflect and become conscious of what it is that is lurking in our mind. I'm hearing our mind's eye. I'm seeing like a movie reel playing. Maybe there's something on a loop in your mind somewhere deep in there that's affecting you. A shift in your life that is happening right now. The King of Pentacles. I feel like you are going independent. You're going solo with something. You might be leaving a job, a position, a family situation, but there's a sense of feeling like I can't rely on anyone and I don't want to rely on anyone else. But you haven't taken the new beginning yet. It's just kind of like an evaluation of like, yeah, I don't know about this person. I don't know about this situation. I got to figure out how to do this by myself here. Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Cups in reverse. Now, the Queen and the King of Pentacles here, they have their backs to one another, the way they're coming out. There's a loss of love here in a connection. Could be with family, could be with work, could be with a friend, could be a lover. Okay, but that honeymoon phase or that romance, that initial butterfly thing, you know, I'm hearing that we love, okay, that we do love as humans, right? That has faded. There's nothing fresh about this situation. Could be, you know, a way you felt about where you were living or something, whatever this is, you know, there's something that's gone stale because something's been revealed to you. Yeah, 5 of Cups. You can't look at it the same way anymore. So what's ending? 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Trying to push through something that just is stagnant, that just won't work. Okay? And I feel like these are actual things unfolding in a relationship or in some kind of context you're in. It's like you've tried to talk to this person, you've tried to get a raise, you've tried to do whatever it is you need to do to make things really solid and come together and build a foundation and move forward with the Chariot here, but it's just not happening. Tell me why it's not happening. 8 of Wands, 10 of Cups in reverse, and the 2 of Cups. The 5 of Cups again at the bottom. for someone, this could be you, or this could be someone you're involved with. There was a lot of energy put towards the bigger picture, or the look of the relationship, or the look of the work, whatever. You translate it how it fits for you. But there was like more big picture thinking and less one-on-one evaluation. Like, do we really work together? Do we really see eye to eye? It's kind of like something might look good on paper here, especially with the King and Queen of Pentacles. But, you know, behind closed doors, there's really not a whole lot going on. There's no freshness, no newness. I feel like, Scorpio, you were meant to be, Three of Swords, with someone else, okay? Or in a different context, in a different situation. There's something limiting about this. There's something poisoned in this well. Okay? It's not working for a reason. It's draining you. Something that's illuminating right now for you. The Devil in reverse. That you need to release the toxicity, the venom, you know? You have to get it out of your system. You can't go on like this. You know, I feel like you're watching other people who are shutting their eyes to their own toxic situations, and you're seeing how that manifests outwardly. Like, it has an expression, either through your body or materially. But things tend to happen, right, when people aren't dealing with trauma, or they're not integrating their shadow, or they're not taking accountability, or they're not detoxing energetic venom or actual toxicity in their body. You know, things begin to happen. And I feel like you're witnessing that, or you've been made aware of that in some way. And you're like, hold on, I don't want that to happen to me, because I already know what's going on. So why wouldn't I just handle it now? Why wouldn't I just heal myself now before it gets to a point where I don't know what to do anymore? Because you know what to do right now. The prayer I'm cutting on. You need to connect to spirit, yes, but it's more like to yourself. To the you who is super strong. Because I am sensing a feeling of weakness. I'm cutting on the starborn. You are a starborn, okay? The mystic. You are highly powerful. And it's okay to feel weak once in a while. Like I said, it offers us points of reflection. Let's see what else is going to begin. The Lovers. You are going to make a decision. Once you recognize where this is coming from, this venom, this toxicity, you make a decision here. Tell me more about the Lovers. A reevaluation I'm hearing. Three of Swords. Even if something is really hard to release, you are going to release it and take up something much better for you. Something that makes you glow. Something that makes you abundant inside, in your thoughts, in your mind. You know, when you wake up in the morning and you're just laying in bed, you know, you want to move towards something that makes you feel happy when you open your eyes, you know? And I'm not saying you're not always, of course, you know, but right now we're here, right? Because there's a truth that we're not dealing with. Kind of hoping that it's going to go away. But you're going to take action, I feel like, to release it, even though you know it's going to cause some heartache and pain. It's very brave, Scorpio. Very brave. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. To get yourself out of a cycle in which there's been pain for quite some time. You've just been kind of covering it over. Okay. A change that lies ahead for you. Knight of Cups in reverse. I heard a break. A break. A time for healing. Five of Cups. a time for healing, a time for mourning. Now, in order to heal ourselves, we have to experience these feelings. You know, right now we're here, whoever I'm talking to, whatever, you know, if this is resonating, we're here. And these aren't feelings that heal. These are feelings that keep us anxious, that keep the shadow dark, I'm hearing. Okay, but they're the venom. This is the venomous feeling. This is painful, but it's part of the healing process. It's the acknowledgement of what hurts your heart. It's the reflection of the pain and the sorrow. It's the mourning. And that is needed, right? The stages of grief, you need those to heal. So you're not moving. I'm not seeing that you're moving from the 9 of Swords to like the 9 of Cups. That's not happening. You are going to have to pass through this harder state. And that's kind of, I feel like, why you've been just kind of putting up with something is because you don't really want to go through that, because who does? But the sooner you do it, the easier it is. The less this gets entrenched. Because right now, your soul, I'm connecting to your higher self here and your guides. They're saying that you know that this is possible for you. And if you stay in this much longer, that vision is going to begin to fade. You know, and that's when the venom sinks in and the shadow takes over and people begin to feel helpless, like they can't do anything in life. And, you know, they just repeat their own, you know, unfortunate circumstances by not being able to shift their mentality or not being brave enough to do something that would enlighten their life. They give too much power to external forces rather than looking at the power from within. And you're not there, Scorpio, and you know that. You're on the precipice, though, and you're being edged, you know? You're being edged to release. And yeah, it doesn't feel good. Because, like the card said, the first step is acknowledgement that it's even there. Something you can manifest. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, we did that. Something that can manifest for you during this time. The High Priestess. I'm seeing this in reverse, and I'm seeing this as a release of things that you've been holding on to, that hidden knowledge aspect of the High Priestess. In reverse, it's kind of like, to me, it feels like a letting go of holding the weight and burden of secrets, but it doesn't have to be secrets in a bad sense. It could be memories of things in your life that you haven't talked about. It could be the knowledge you've gained on the astral realm or in the dream state about certain people or situations, but you're not really saying anything about it because who's going to listen to that, right? It's kind of like you're just releasing that. You're not holding on to it as your sacred knowledge. Yeah. I'm hitting something there. Scorpio, for someone here, and it doesn't have to be all of you, for someone, you know, you're able to see people's shadows most of the time and their dark secrets. And you can take that in as your High Priestess power, as your knowledge, right? As your wisdom, which is what makes you so intimidating to others, because you could see right through them, right? But what I'm feeling, I hope I'm articulating this right, because what I'm feeling is like you're releasing other people's venom and shadows as your knowledge of them, because you don't want to carry that as your psychic wisdom. Does that make sense? Right? For those of you who've been on this channel for some time, you know I'm very Plutonian. I got Pluto in the first house. I have an 8th house stellium. And with personal planets, I have 6 planets, and, you know, my Chiron's in the 8th. I got a whole bunch of thing going. I got a lot of Scorpio influence, all right? And trust me, I know, I can feel this, you know, when I look at someone, I can see, and it's either you love me or you hate me with people. Sometimes it switches back and forth for people, you know, and that's because I feel like, I'm sure there's things I do to encourage that, but there's a knowing that I can see through people, and other people know that, and they can try all they want to do all this song and dance, and it's like, I can still see it. And maybe I'll play along with you and maybe I won't, right? And I know you know what I'm talking about, Scorpio. But doing all that, it does, like, you know, why do I need to see your venom? I don't want to see it. It poisons me. So there's like a releasing of like, I don't want to give into that. I hope I'm explaining that right. I don't want to take on your shadow and see your shadow. Like, I want to create an energetic wall here because that's none of my business. Do you know what I mean? That could be a mantra maybe you want to think about. It's like, your shadow is none of my business. I'm not going to give you my energetic time to figure out how your shadow is impacting me or other people. I got to focus on myself. Anything else here that I'm missing? That was a little bit complicated. I hope I got that out. The Hangman in reverse. Yeah, it's not holding the weight of others. All right, Scorpio, we're going to get a card to close this off here for you. This was, I don't know, impromptu. I hope it helped. You're not alone in this, okay? You're really not. Let's get one of these. It's just a reminder from your own self, from your own spirit, from your subconscious as well, about the things that you need to release. And you're strong enough to do it. And it's okay to feel this grief and mourning. It's part of the healing process. Remember that. No one said healing is easy. Think about when you have to pour alcohol on a wound, right? To purify it. To sanitize it. It fucking hurts, right? But it's necessary. Okay, message for Scorpio to close this reading out, Spirit. Message for Scorpio. The Horseman, Herald of Change, gathering around the power of community. See, you're not alone here. Oh, overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. When you feel like you are overwhelmed, and I feel like energetically, try to connect here. I love this, the little fairies and the mushrooms. I was such a fairy child. Like, I loved the idea of fairies in the forest. I still do. Okay. And I feel this is reminding me of that. It's like, you know, maybe get out in the forest after it rains and connect with the community of earth, of energy, of nature. There are little light beings I'm hearing supporting you. I'm here though. Okay, there are light beings with you. You can talk to them. We had prayer there. You could also connect with people, humans as well, if you need community. Things will change. This is not forever. This is actually part of the change. You are the death card, Scorpio, which is transformation, but death is never easy. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.